I would like to give the floor to Hannelore Hoens, who will tell us all about the special interest group connected to the case studies.
Yeah, good afternoon already, I think. As Dan said, my name is Hannelore Hoens, and I am the coordinator of the pilots. In this short presentation, I would like to present you the case studies and the pilots, their objectives, the results you must obtain, and the different opportunities of the stakeholders. As you can see on this slide, the contributing partners are BAM, Hogeschool Zuid, VUB, IPEA, Trees and Summer, and Sarajevo Green Design Foundation. First of all, I would like to present you the aims and the objectives of the pilots. As you can see, there are three main objectives. The first objective is to investigate BAMB results. Within BAMB, a lot of tools, standards, models, and methodologies will be developed. These will be tested in the pilots, so the pilots can give feedback, and if needed, improved versions of these tools can be further developed. As you can see on the slide, these tools are regarding material passports, reversible design, and BIM. The other part of this objective is to give input to, from the pilots to the business models, the policies and standards, and the reflexive monitoring. Because the pilots will experience during their development and building process some difficulties, opportunities, and needed support, they will be able to give feedback and suggestions to these work packages. The next objective is to involve stakeholders. Together with stakeholders, we want to generate a new kind of building. They can help with the development of new systems, methods, materials, and protocols. Their input can be essential to be sure those new developments are feasible in the building practice and they will actually be used and applied. In the end of the presentation, I will tell you at what level stakeholders can get involved and how. The third objective is to build example buildings. With these pilots, we want to prove it is possible in another way, to build in another way with circular and dynamic building, with a new business model with possibility of transformations. For local authorities, architects, developers, and industry, this can be a way to distinguish themselves. I will tell you now a bit more about the key results and the pilots themselves. For all pilots, there will be a feasibility study done. In fact, this study is a kind of execution file. For 4 pilots, prototyping will be constructed and 2 pilots will actually be built within the BAMB project. But in fact, it is still the aim that all pilots will be built within the BAMB. Here you can see all the pilots, the BAMB partners who are responsible for the pilots and the degree of results they have to obtain at the end of the project. I will now give a short overview of all pilots. The first pilot is the Green Transformable Building Lab from Hogeschool Zuid. Elma had already shown some beautiful and a lot of pictures of this pilot. As she said, it is the intention this building will be a dynamic multi-purpose structure that will consist of a staple part and multiple dynamic parts. It isn't the intention, it can interact with changing circumstances, such as changing climate, energy, or water needs, and it will be a showcase and laboratory for dynamic and circular building. The next pilot is the pilot of EPEA. It is the reversible experience modules. These modules will be developed and built so they can move to different locations, as you can see on the little square on the top. They have different configurations and different locations. It will be a kind of interactive modules that will show the possibilities of material passports and reversible design. The third pilot is the Green Design Center building of Sarajevo Green Design Foundation. The center will have different transformations of functions. They are not already defined yet, but that's the intention. But a very important objective of this pilot is to generate a joint ownership of the building with contractors and material suppliers. The fourth pilot is the refurbishment lab of the VUB. On the campus of the VUB, student housing modules will be used as test cases for reversible design and transformation. This pilot will be developed in 3 stages, from small internal transformation up to a full transformation. Their function will be pop-ups and will change on a regular basis. The fifth pilot is a pilot of the Brussels environment. This is an integrated event and greenhouse facility. A flexible design of the space and the horticulture activities will enable to use the space in the most effective way, depending on the activities in place at each moment of the day or night. It will show different opportunities and barriers in the actual building practice. And the last pilot is the pilot of Greece and Summer. This pilot is actually already started. It will be a realistic showcase, so it will show the possibilities of the C2C principles in realistic conditions, and it should convince stakeholders to build in the same way. It will be focusing on the C2C principle, and it is the first building in North Rhine-Westphalia who will be built with recycled concrete. The last slide is, as I said, to show opportunities for stakeholders. Through newsletters, workshops, and meetings, it will be possible to participate and be kept up to date with the BAMB project and the possibilities of the reversible design and material passports. There are 2 degrees of participation. The first degree of collaboration is learn. Stakeholders who want to keep up to date but not to want to be actively involved can sign up for newsletters and check published results on the BAMB website. The second degree is exchange. If you want to exchange your experience and want to work with other interested and interesting partners and expand your network, you can sign up for workshops, stakeholder meetings, and get in touch with the pilot coordinators to know what is possible within the pilots, to collaborate and to help them forward. So these were the case studies and the pilots, and I hope we get a lot of stakeholders who can collaborate with these pilots and get everybody forwards. Thank you.